Daily Devotion with Pastor Balla for September 17th, 2025. You deliver me from strife with the people. From Psalm chapter 18, verses 43 through 45. You deliver me from strife with the people. You made me the head of the nations. People whom I had not known served me. As soon as they heard of me, they obeyed me. Foreigners came cringing to me. Foreigners lost heart and came trembling out of their fortresses. Now David looks back on how God delivered him from constant conflict, both within Israel and the surrounding nations. You delivered me from strife with the people. David endured betrayal, division, and opposition even among his own people. Yet the Lord vindicated him, preserved his kingship, and established peace. But God's blessings went further. You made me the head of the nations. This was more than political success. It was God's exaltation of his servant. Nations who once resisted came to acknowledge David's authority. Foreigners who had never known him now recognize him as king. Some obeyed willingly, others trembled. But all bowed because the Lord had exalted his chosen one. At the heart of this passage is not David's skill as a leader, but God's faithfulness to his promises. The Lord had chosen David, anointed him, and established his throne. The submission of nations was a sign of God's power at work through him. These words also point us forward to Christ, the Son of David, who fulfills them in a greater way. Jesus has been exalted above all nations and people. Philippians 2 declare that God has highly exalted Jesus and given him the name that is above every name, so that every knee should bow and every tongue confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. The obedience of the nations to David foreshadowed the ultimate reign of Jesus Christ over all the earth. Now for us, this truth brings deep encouragement. First, it reminds us that God delivers his people from strife. We may face division, opposition, or hostility, but the Lord's hand is at work to preserve his children. Second, it assures us that Christ reigns as King, not just over our lives individually, but over the whole world. Even when nations rage and people resist, his kingdom is advancing. Finally, it calls us to live in obedience and reverence to our exalted King. Just as the nations came trembling before David, we too should approach Christ with awe and submission. But unlike those who feared a mere earthly ruler, we bow before a king who rules with justice, mercy, and steadfast love. So today, take heart in knowing that strife does not have the final word. God does. And rejoice that Christ, the true Son of God, reigns over all nations, including your life. His authority is unshakable, his kingdom everlasting, and his promises certain. God's peace and many blessings be with you, and thank you for listening. And please take an opportunity to share this message with others.